Poch is a top manager, so they will show up. We have to be ready. We have to be absolutely ready. Yeah. The football they played, you can see it. But you can see Poch is there, so it's like we played obviously against Maurizio very often when he was at Tottenham, and so you can see a lot of similarities from that time. And in the end, we don't know exactly. I think Nkunku was a key part of the plans. Very unfortunate for the boy and for Chelsea as well, with his bad injury. And so I think that was something they really planned with, but they have really good options offensively to sort that. And yeah, let's see. It's the first football game, really competitive football game for us this season, and we don't waste time. We don't want to waste time or whatever. We really want to go for it, but we have to see how it goes. And everybody asks, and I'm more than 20 years in the business, and it's always the first game. People say you don't know where you stand exactly, and so I'm not really interested, to be honest. I want us to the 100% we have that day. I want to see, and from there we go. And I think we should give it a proper try.
When we start a new season, there's always a great sense of optimism, usually from most teams everywhere. How much optimism do you have this year when you consider how things were?
I'm not sure if my optimism is based on the last season, to be honest. It's just I love the preseason so far. We worked hard. Everybody can expect that. I enjoyed it a lot, to be honest. It was really good. The boys were open, the boys were listening, eyes open, ears open. So we did a lot, not only on the pitch, but in meetings as well. So we really wanted to learn our game. Not again, because it must be different to what we did before, but we wanted to make sure that we really go to the next level in our game together. And that's actually what happened. But now, we also, you saw the preseason games, and there were moments when we were too open, there were moments when we were not protected enough. That's clear, and then it's the shouts are loud, and also I understand that. But it's more an organization problem, and nothing has nothing to do with individual quality, because individual quality is extremely high, what we have. So it's my job to help the boys to organize that better, to protect each other better in these moments. We have to grow into that. It's not that you can just say it, but it didn't happen 8 years ago with Hendo or whenever it was, and it will not happen now. It's not about that. We don't have to always say, yeah, but Millie would have said that, and Hendo would have said that, and Hendo would have shouted here, and Bobby would have smiled here, and all this kind of things. So we should not do it like that. That makes no sense. We have this kind of new start with this Liverpool FC Reloaded, if you want, is an exciting thing. So everybody was asking for changes, rightly so, because we were together for a long time and things went really well, and then not that well anymore, and stuff like this. And the timing for a change is probably the biggest challenge in life, to find that. Did we exactly in the right moment? Difficult to answer, but now it happened. And that's good. It's a new chance for everybody. Everybody has to step up, the new leadership group, and not only them. So if you look at the players who are not in the leadership group but have all you need to be a leader, it's absolutely exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. The new boys are great. Cody, Dom, 22, captain of Hungary, Maka, outstanding. So these boys, they are there as well. We all share responsibility, and it's not that we should give ourselves too much time to grow into it. It's just, let's do it. Let's take the responsibility and go from there. And don't try to be like somebody, be the best version of yourself, and then we have a good chance to help the team in the best possible way. And that's exactly where we try to help the boys.
Yeah, again, what gives you most encouragement about this new LFC Reloaded?
The sessions I saw, the desire, the concentration, the readiness, the openness. Just that I saw a lot of things where my thought was in that moment, okay, they mean business. Oh, let's give it a go. That's it. You could see it. We are not happy. We are not happy. But it's not that I can will and want to remind the boys every day and say, by the way, last year it was like this and that. That's not makes no sense. But it's deep inside. It's there anyway. It's anyway there. So we want to show up, and it's we have absolutely we have in a few weeks' time, whenever the draw is, and we are really happy to play European League. But of course, we want to be Champions League a year after. So there are two possibilities: you qualify for the Champions League or you win the European League. So both is pretty difficult, but both we should give a try for both, I would say, and then we will see if we can do it or not. So. We have targets, a lot of targets. We are highly motivated, and how I said, my good feeling is based on the things I saw and the things we did during the preseason.
You've always been very passionate about player welfare. How difficult and how much pressure is it going to put on players now, this new IFAB directive that's been taken on board by the Premier League in terms of added time, and we're talking about games being over 100 minutes, and it might be watered down as the season goes on. We don't know that, but it's if it isn't, it's going to mean an extra sort of 5 or 6 games per season.
It's difficult. Difficult to answer. So I know where we're coming from. We have a 90-minute game, and then you have a net game time. Ball in play between 50 and 55 minutes and stuff like this, and everybody could ask, okay, where's the ball the other time? So, and there are obviously moments where the ball is out and it's part of the game and it's completely fine, but how much do we have to extend that in these moments, stuff like this? So in the end, we probably, if we can get to 55 to 60 minutes ball in play, yeah, we will see. But it means that doesn't sound too difficult, I have to say. When I speak about player welfare, I speak about that in general. We have too many competitions, we have too many games in general now. But having 3 or 4 minutes a game, more ball in play, I can see it now that it will make a massive difference. We will see that there will be a massive difference in the end of the. If you have 10 minutes extra time, imagine that 90 minutes played, it's 0-0 or whatever, or 1-0 down or whatever, and then you see 10. That gives a boost. That will be intense, stuff like this. Everybody will go for that. So that will be interesting to watch. I don't know yet exactly how influential that will be. We will see that. But I understand where they are coming from. It's always like I think time wasting got too much in the last years. But I think even more so, rhythm breaking was a massive feature, and it came up in the last years, and you thought, oh my God, what are you doing now? You have 2-3 good situations, and the keeper stays down for 2 minutes, and you think, what does he have? Nothing. So it's difficult to judge in these moments, obviously, but that got more and more. From that point of view, I'm quite happy that we tried to go for that. I thought it makes sense to give earlier yellow cards. You don't want to have a yellow card for time wasting, so, and especially not after 15 minutes or whatever. That's clear. You might not do it then. But I hope at the end we find like a good solution together, that we don't have 10 to 15 minutes extra time and yellow cards everywhere. We need to find a solution. Right? But as a wake-up call, come on, we're actually here to play football and not to let the time run down somehow in the moment when we have the result we want. I think from that point of view, I rather think it's good. But again, more football is really difficult to take in, because we are on the edge. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Each other sports person, I know, with the football people and football fans are like, yeah, but I do this, they do that, they earn this and that. It has nothing to do with it. We are at the edge. We have to make sure that in the future we have to sort that. Unfortunately, there are not as many discussions about it, because that costs money, and nobody's really happy to do that. So we will see how the next season goes in that department. It will be really interesting. I'm 100% sure I stand out there, and if we are 1-0 up and somebody tells me 12 minutes, I will not be over the moon. Any other way, I think, okay, that's nearly half time, so let's go. Yeah, we will see.